Welcome to What's Up, Wyoming. Today we're going to be talking with Cindy Swenson, from the Sweetwater County Clerk's office. She's going to talk to us a little bit today about all of the new rules and regulations and things about voting. We're trying to get voters to come out this time because last time we had a very, very low rate of people come. So Cindy, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Well, you're more than welcome. I know one of the things that's coming up is this election. And a lot of things are crazy, but I know one of the first things coming up, I think has changed, is when you can change your affiliation between Democrat, Independent, and Republican. When does that all happen?
Previously, a person could change their party affiliation up to 14 days prior to the primary election and then change even on election day. In 2023, legislation was passed to ban party changes, which is known as crossover voting. And after that, you can't change after party candidate filings happen. So this year, that deadline is May 13th at 5 p.m. So you can change your party up to May 13th at 5 p.m.
Do they have to do that in your office, or can they do that online? How can they do that?
It needs to be in my office, or if you go to City Hall in Rock Springs or your town halls in our outlying areas, you can change with your city and town clerks as well.
Oh, perfect. So I know that Wyoming has, I've got a nice piece of paper here that tells me everything about it. Wyoming has 454,000 basically eligible people to vote. Mm-hmm. 271,000 are registered to vote. Mm-hmm. Last general election, we had 122,718 voted. Tell me a little bit about Sweetwater County numbers.
All right, Sweetwater County, according to the as of July 1st, 2025 census, we have around 42,000 people in Sweetwater County, and it's estimated that around 31,000 are over the age of 18. So that would give us about 29,000 people who would be eligible to vote. As of April 13th, 2026, we have 16,612 registered voters in Sweetwater County, which is 57% of those eligible.
So only 57% of the people are eligible to vote. So if they wanted to register to vote, when do they have to register by this May date, or what's going on there?
No, you can continue to register to vote. If you are a registered voter, you may not change your party. But if you're not registered, you can continue to register to vote all the way up to about 14 days prior to the election, and then on election day.
Okay, so registered party affiliation date is May 13th if you're already a registered voter.
Correct.
Right? And that's, like we said, that's changed from the past. Right now, we know that the primary is coming up on August 18th. But one of the things that we do know in August is it pretty much sets the general election, especially here in Sweetwater County and across the state, with the Republican and Democrats the way that they are, and the independents. So I have a couple of questions for you on that.
Okay.
I know that you could do mail-in ballots. When can all that start happening?
Okay. Let me make sure I say this.
I'm glad you got your piece of paper because I never have my paper out.
I wanted to make sure I get this correct. So the dates for absentee ballots are the first regular absentee ballots will be mailed out to those who request them. You have to request an absentee ballot by either phoning in and we verify who you are, or you can come in and fill out the form, again, at one of those locations. They will go out July 21st and must be back in my office on election day by 7 p.m.
Oh, okay. That's great. We talked about the significance of the primary in Sweetwater County. Obviously, the parties are, we have the Republicans and the Democrats. When can people start to file for office?
Okay, filing for office begins May 14th through May 29th. I believe it's May 29th. That's the filing period for candidacy.
So that's for everything. That's for city, that's county, state, everything, right?
Yes. Your state candidates do file with the Secretary of State's office. In Cheyenne. However, any local party candidates file with, again, either the county clerk's office, the city offices, or your town city halls.
Perfect. So one of my other questions is, because I have to write everything down, are there going to be any new polling places here in Sweetwater County that, because it seems to change all the time. Just wondering how that's going.
Well, we've not added any new polling locations now that the Sweetwater County library in Green River and the White Mountain Library are finished with their construction. We are moving those. We had to move last time because we didn't have those as polling locations. So we are moving them back. We will mail out postcards to everybody who's affected by this, but we will be moving them back to their previous location, which is our libraries.
So I guess the biggest thing that I want to talk about is August 18th. That is probably the most important day in the election. We need to get people to come out and vote. When we have less than 50% of people voting in Sweetwater County, they're really not taking care of their civic duty, I guess, to make sure that the right person's coming in. So you have any great ideas on how we can get people to come out and vote?
I have been placing ads in both of our major newspapers here each month in order to give people ideas to, come in, change your address so that you're ready to go on election day. Do those things to get registered prior to going out, so that way you get engaged and you're ready to go, and you don't have to worry about registering on election day. We have a lot of races that are decided in our local races on primary election day. There's nobody. It's when you have unopposed people and somebody wins that, they know they won the election. So it is important, if you want your voice heard, to get out at the primary and get the person selected that you'd like to see move forward.
Awesome. That's perfect. We have big elections coming up. Obviously, we have the governor. We have, I think, everyone in the House of Representatives, 50% of the Senate. We have local races. I'm sure within the next few weeks, we're going to find out who actually is going to throw their hat in the ring. So I just want to tell people, please get out and vote. Make your voice heard. Tell people you want to vote for. We don't care if you're a Republican. We don't care if you're a Democrat. We want you to come out and vote. And that's the big thing that we're trying to get by this year. So, Cindy, thank you for coming in. I know that you're really, really busy over there in Green River right now, but thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thanks
For having me.